Let's start with your overall company. Apple Leisure Group has a lot of components to it, Apple Vacations, etc. AM Resorts, that is the key hotel component. How does that fit into the overall portfolio of the company?
Well, the oldest company that we have in the group is Apple Vacations, which is a large tour operator, probably the largest tour operator in the United States. And it was almost solely dedicated to send passengers from the United States to Mexico and the Caribbean. And by that was placing a lot of volume of passengers into many hotels in the region. So years later, AM Resorts came in. It's actually going to be 15 years now. And so it's a hotel company that is tailored for the U.S. customer. It's very Americanized and high-end, and I was pretty much in line with the type of customer we were trying to acquire. Our surprise was that it was such a great response from other customers, so we end up doing more like standalone type of company, where right now Apple Vacations represents maybe 15% of the sales of AM Resorts, but AM Resorts is growing very exponentially with many other customers. Where AM Resorts now grew to the point that we have 44 hotels open today. We opened another one last week. We're opening another 8 hotels this year to go to 52. And then we have another 8 under construction on different stages that are going to open in 17 and 18, and one hotel in 19. So we're going to a total of about 60 hotels and about 21,500 rooms.
But you have a kind of a unique concept in that in the Caribbean, airlift is always a big issue for any particular market, but you have the Apple Vacations arm that can bring airlift almost anywhere you want to go. Is that right?
We move close to 2 million passengers a year, and out of the 2 million passengers, we have about 550, maybe 600,000 in charters. So we have our own seats to bring the passengers to whatever we believe they should go, where there's a strong value proposition for the consumer.
Now, your model is management, ownership, a combination of both. How do you describe that?
Apple Leisure Group is asset light. Apple Leisure Group, it's 100% management. We don't franchise. We don't use any brand that it's not owned by us, and we don't give our brands for somebody else to manage. So it is all managed with our own brands, zero assets. But we have some strategic alliance. In this case, for example, my family, it's a hotel owner. So we have ownership in 16 hotels that are all managed by our company. But the Apple Leisure Group company, it's strictly management.
You're based in Philadelphia. Your properties are all outside of the U.S. Do you ever see opening any in the U.S.? Is that all-inclusive concept something that the U.S. can support?
I thought you would ask me if I would ever see my family, but yeah, I spend every weekend in my house. But yeah, every week I travel out of the country, and every weekend I'm in my house. But sure, yes, I think it's a great opportunity. I think the business, the all-inclusive model, is going, you see that in other industries. You see that in now the laptop computers, the telephone, they come with all the apps that you need. Now the cars come with all of the gadgets that you need. It's not itemized. Now you go to the movies and you buy a combo, and you go to the fast food restaurant and you buy combo. So the packaging, the convenience of packaging things, I think it's a trend. So I do think that in the United States, the challenge you would think is, okay, this is a model that works only in a low payroll environment, right? Because it's very payroll intensive, and this formula would not work with a high payroll environment, and I don't think that's the case. I think that in high payroll environments, like in the United States or in Europe or in other countries, this business still makes a lot of sense, because as long as the consumer is willing to pay the premium in the rate that is able to pay for the difference in payroll, that model will work for sure.